Good evening, this is Dr. Doe again. This is the video of Outside of Medicine. Continue with Psalm 18, part 2. I will read. Continue from part 1. He reached down from on high and took hold of me. He drew me out of deep waters. He rescued me from my powerful enemy, from my foes who were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my disaster, but the Lord was my support. He brought me out into a spacious place. He rescued me because he delighted in me. The Lord has dealt with me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands. He has rewarded me, for I have kept the ways of the Lord. I have not done evil by turning from my God. All his laws are before me. I have not turned away from his decrees. I have been blameless before him and have kept myself from sin. The Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. To the faithful you show your faithful. To the blameless you show your blameless. To the pure you show your pure. But to the crude you show your shrewd. You save the humble, but bring low those whose eyes were haughty. You, O Lord, keep my lamp burning. My God turns my darkness into light. With your help, I can advance against the troop. With my God, I can scale a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is flawless. He is a shield for all who take refuge in him. For who is God besides the Lord? And who is the rock except for our God? It is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. He makes my feet like the feet of deer. He enables me to stand on the heights. He trains my hands for battle. My arms can bend a bow of bronze. You give me your shield of victory, and your right hand sustains me. You stood down to make me great. You've broadened the path beneath me so that my ankle do not turn. So I divided, this is part 2. Okay, so just briefly summary what this Psalm 18 is when David, Lord delivered the enemies and also the man from Saul to him. So he is claiming the final victory, became a king. And the beginning he started with, I love you, God, and you're so great. And then says, I was almost dying. And what did you do? The Lord just heard his prayer, saw his tears, and came down from the heaven, from the temple, and used the supernatural power, the fire from nostrils, the thunder, the bolts of thunders, and eventually rebuke those enemies. So that's the part 1. And now I continue from the part 1. And continue the part 2, it looks like it continue to count what God has done and what is the reward if you believe in like him, in his Lord, his God. The beginning of this part, he reached down from again counting his superpower, what he has done, what the God David believed has done for him. And he reached down from one high and took hold of me. He drew me out of deep waters. He rescued me from my powerful enemy and my foes and who were too strong for me. So these two words said, if without him, I cannot do anything, because he reached down, hold of me. Okay, so I was almost drowning down to the water, but he picked me up, and he rescued me from my powerful enemies. And for those enemies, they're too strong for me to battle. It's too strong to be defeated. But he, the God I believe, stand by me, rescue me, so those enemies were defeated. Okay, so that's still counting the faith, the praise, the God he believes. And they confronted me in the day of my disaster. The Lord was my support. And then now he said the enemy was too strong, and they confront me in the day of my disaster. It's like when I wounded, they cast the salt on my wound. You see what I mean? That means those enemies, not just only strong, they are vicious. They just confront me on my disaster day. So this is a kind of situation like frost on top of snow. What happened to David? But because he believed in his God, and his God rescued him. Okay. So he brought me out into a spacious place, rescued me because he delighted in me. He did this because he delighted in me, because my faith did not go in vain. My faith was paid off. I had faith to the God, and the God did not put my faith in vain, or did not disappoint me. I am his delighted. Okay, so this kind of by side, not just me, or not just the God, we both. So my faith to the God, and God loves me back, something of delight. So I'm his delight. The Lord has dealt with me according to my righteousness, according to cleanness of my hands, and he rewarded me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord. I have not done evil by turning my God. So this is again the by two side, two levels, or for me, I have faith, and at my difficult time, I ask for you, I pray to you, I shed tears, and you listened, and you saw my tears, and you come to help me, because God dealt me with according to my righteousness. It's not like I did evil and then cry to you, but I am righteous. I am righteous. I'm your chosen one. Follow your decree, and I do the right thing. So, so you come to rescue me. And my hands are clean. I kept my way. Follow your path. Follow your guidance. Follow your instruction. I haven't done evil by turning from you. So it's like by two parts. Like God did his part, I did my part. So that's why I have faith in him, and he rewarded my faith. Again, that's the same idea. All his laws are before me. I have not turned away from his decrees. I have been blameless before him. I have kept myself from sin. And the Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. Again, this is like by part. God watched me, and I did the right thing. I have been blameless, righteous, doing things righteous, and he rewarded me. But this is just what David... I think this is just his strong belief. Even though, and if you remember when David flee, he and his men guarded for rich people, and eventually that lady, the rich people's wife, became his wife. But all of these things he did, and he also rescued Saul. He let Saul go. He let Saul safely back to his palace, because when they delivered Saul to his hand, but he did not do anything. He did not put a finger on him. He did not touch a hair of Saul. Let him go safely. So this is another righteous thing he has done. I think he counted this. So it's not like a balance, positive and negative, but whatever he believes, he did the right thing, follow what God told him to do, staying righteous and blameless and hands clean. That's what he believes. And God rewarded his belief. To the blameless, you show your blameless. To the pure, you show your pure. To the crooked, you show your shrewd. So this is like the same thing, repeat, like the God award accordingly. If you're pure, God reward you pure. If you're shrewd, God reward you crooked, or crooked or shrewd. So it's just like whatever you believe, whatever you did, God will give that back to you, or deal you the same way. You save the humble, bring low those whose eyes are haughty, or those proud, arrogant, you bring them down. But for the humble, modest, you award them. So again, this is the fundamental principle of life. Be humble regardless what you do. I think David is wise. I think he's wise and humble. What does I understand is humble at the right time, to the right person, to the right belief. It's not like if you think he's the king, if he's humble, low to the low, but he will not be the king, but he's the king. So that just means the wise, humble and the wise. I think I'll put this way. Oh Lord, you keep my lamp burning. My God turns my darkness to light. With your help, I can advance against the truth. With my God, I can scale a wall. Again, this is the faith, and this is a part of praise. After talk about the God treat me well, I believe God reward me well because I did the right thing. God paid me back with the right award. And continuously praise the God. What the God reward him, keep his lamp burning, and turn his darkness into light. That's very critical, because the darkness and the light. This means during his time fleeing the desert, you can imagine how stressful the lifestyle. It's harsh, harshness and difficult and frustrations. It's easy to get in to turn dark inside, but at that time I think he prayed he stayed with his faith and prayed hard, and God turned the darkness to light. I think that's very critical. As for God, his way is perfect, the word of the Lord is flawless, he is a shield for all who take refuge in him. For who is a God beside the Lord? Who is the rock except for God? This again says, God, his way is perfect, the word of the Lord is flawless, and he's a shield for all who take refuge in him. And besides God, who else is Lord? Nobody. He's the rock, he's the God, he's the only one. This means he makes my feet like feet of deer stand on tall on the height, so the fierce animals like the wolf, the lions cannot get me because I am standing on height. That's what he means. He trains my hands for battle. My arms can bend a bow of bronze. Give me your shield of victory. Your right hand sustains me. You stoop down to make me great. You broaden the path beneath me so that my ankle do not turn. This is just the counting what God did for him. These are very literal words and parables, but it's just in the way saying that what he believed, God rewarded him in very, very special, unique way. So sounds like literal, but I think it says imply the unique way, reward him. So trained his hand for battle and bend the bow of bronze, give him strength and give him shield for victory, not harmed by the enemy, and sustain his strength during the dark time, and open the path beneath him, so his ankle not turn, so he will not fall or slippery or fall into pit. So this is the second part of Psalm 18. Basically, again, I think this emphasizes God rewarded me. I have faith. I did the right thing. So this is like two parts. I did my part, do the right thing, follow his guidance, follow his decree, and he rewarded me in a unique way. It's not everybody can get this reward, because he said counting those special or literal parables, but I think it's implied that God rewarded him in a unique way. So again, this is telling us everybody has their own path to take, own understanding of life, and God reward each other is differently according to David's belief, David's faith. Okay, so that is for Psalm 18 part 2. I'll continue next time. Thank you for watching.